everybody, welcome. Welcome. So basically, in this wonderful tarot card reading, this is gonna be for Scorpio. This is gonna be for Scorpio Scorpio December 7th to December 13th of 2025. So you know what, Scorpio, I want to understand about what's going on in this situation for you, because there might be very interesting ways about consider this option of how it's gonna be. So you have to understand that it's gonna be how it is in that way, and when you do it, it's like this is how it is in that way, because you have to understand it. You have to go through it. You have to do exactly what it seems to be. So you understand that everything's gonna be all good, but you have to shape to do your own ways about considering what you're going to be doing. And you think, okay, well, it's gonna be very interesting. I know what to do, but then it's gonna be how it is. So you understand about how it's gonna be. And you have to be perfect on what you're doing in that way. And you think, okay, well, everything's gonna be fine. Yes, but in that way, you need to focus on your own dignity and self-respect and how you can do it in that way. And you think, okay, well, it's gonna be very interesting. So this is how it goes in that way, because you need to understand to how it seems to be, because you have to do that in order to do that, right? So this is how it is, but it's based on it. It's based on how you're going to look at it in a different perspective on how it's going to be. You think that, okay, well, everything's going to be fine and dandy, but this is how it goes. It's like, alright, well, this is going to be very interesting. So you have to play by the rules, and when you do it, that's how it goes. It's like things are going to be interesting in how it goes, and whenever you do it, that's how it goes. You need to face it out. You need to believe it. You need to understand that, because you have to understand about knowing what to do, right? It's like, okay, everything seems to be happening. Alright, I know what to do. But this is how it goes. So you have to understand that. This is how it is, right? This is how it seems to be. So here we go. So in this wonderful reading is that you have to believe in what you're doing in that way, and to be, perspective. That's all you can do. But it's based on how you're going to be doing it in that way, because you have to look at it from a different perspective. That's all you can do. But it's based on that. It's based on how you're going to be feeling it in that perspective, whether you like it or not. But that's how it goes. It's like things are gonna be happening all at once, because you have to play it by the rules and think, well, this is gonna be very interesting. I know what to do. But this is how it goes. So it's like how it seems to be, where there's gonna be a causing effect of your emotions, but it's based on who you are in that way. Whether, okay, well, things will be happening. All right, everything's gonna be intense. Yes, but the way of this is how it goes. So I'm gonna go from the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So here in reverse, you have no guidance. The Four of Wands reverse, it means that you have celebration. Maybe you're married, maybe you're single, whatever it is. The Six of Wands, there's basically a celebration here. That's how it goes. Knight of Swords, there's drama here. Knight of Wands is fear, and justice is actually where you're telling the truth. But it's based on how it is in that way, whether you like it or not. But that's how it goes. So you have to do exactly what it is. You have to be told about what you're doing. So let's say between the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Sorcerers, there's no movement. The World Reverse is incompletion. Emperor's Upright, there's structure. Two Wands Reverse, there's basically unbalanced, because everything is unbalancing. It's like, why are you doing it? Because when things are unbalanced, it's like, wow. It's like, why I'm doing it? Because it's like you're trying to be who you are, but you have to figure out what you're doing in that way, whether things will be all good. But then it's like, well, this is not being very natural. No, it's not. So what's this two Pentacles about? Wheel of Fortune, alright, you're gonna have good luck. Ace of Pentacles here, there's no prosperity. Ace of Wands, alright, there's basically new beginnings. Yeah, so you're gonna have good luck on your side, because that's how it goes. It's like, okay, well, it's gonna be very interesting. So you might be dealing with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus in that way, whether you figure out how it is in that way, whether you need to do it, right? That's how it goes. And when you have self-respect, you know what it is in that way, because everything is intense, because that's how it goes. It's like, oh, okay, well, this is going to be very happening. Yes, it is, because that's how it goes. What's between this Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and this Justice? Fool is upright, there's change. Knight of Pentacles, there's trust. Ten of Swords, there's conclusions. King of Swords, there's knowledge. Death card yours, there's no endings. Tower yours, there's no transformation. it comes over there's entertainment. Yeah, because you want to be entertained. Because when you have your own entertainment, it's like things are gonna be going as planned. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to take it as a way of how it goes. I'm not trying to take it as grain of salt or grain of pepper or grain of anything, but that's how it goes. It's like things are gonna be how it is in that way, whether you're like it or not. But that's how it goes. It's like, okay, it's gonna be very interesting indeed, and this is how it goes. So you play it by the rules. You have to set your own self, your own standards to know what it is. It's like you're trying to be negotiable of knowing what to do, and when everything seems to be all good, but it's like, well, this can be very interesting. I need to do this. That's how it goes. So it's trying to be how you're going to do it in different perspectives. That's all you can do. So let's see what's going on. So I want to clarify between the world card on your left side. So let's see. The Sun carriers is negativity, followed by the Queen of Cups story, there's empathy. Yeah, because there's two sides of the story here. One makes sense, one doesn't make sense. You decide, right? So when you are in negativity, it's like everything is going as a different direction. It's like, why are you doing it? Negatives can hit you from the head to your toes, right? That's how it goes. And when you're into that negative state, nobody won't be near you because you're into that negative zone, right? And when you're in the negative zone, people are going to start to back away from you, but you need to regain your own energy of how it goes, and that's how it seems to be. It's like that's how it goes. What's between this Fool card and this Nine of Pentacles to this Ten of Swords? Six of Pentacles here says no kindness. Nine of Cups here, there's romance. The Lovers here says no decisions. King of Wands here says no leadership. Ten of Swords here says no conclusions. Five of Swords here says no conflict. Tarot here says no transformation. Hangman is right, there's restrictions. Obviously there is, because in that way it's like, well, focusing about having romance or that's how it goes. When you have no kindness, you're not being kind. So, you're into this negativity, right? And when you're in this negativity, that's how it goes. It's like, well, what should I do, right? What should I understand about what's going on in this situation? No matter how I'm going to do it in a different way or a different correct way, whatever it is. And things are going to be all at once. Well, when things to be into that perspective, you have to understand that. You have to promote of how you're feeling in that way, right? So let me do a one card reading for this Queen of Cups here. The moon is upright. There's misrotations, right? So it's like you're going forward, but that's how it goes. The moon energy is actually basically you're getting hit by the moon, right? You're getting hit by the moon because about the energy that's actually affecting you, Scorpio. I understand that, but that's how it goes. What's between the Six of Pentacles about? The Justice already, you're telling the truth. Yeah, because you know something. You know what's going to happen if you keep this up. You need to understand that, right? So when things be in that perspective, that's all you can do. What's this Moon card about? The Star of says no decisions. Star of Yours says no transformation. The Star of Yours says no inspiration. The world is upright. There's completion. When the world is completion, everything is completed. It's like, okay, well, it's going to be very interesting. Yes, but things are be in that perspective, whether you like it or not. So it's like things are going to be how they are, because that's the way how it goes. It's like you put things into perspective. That's all you can do. But this is how it goes. Things are going to be looking at a good way or a bad way, but you have to determine that. Let's discuss the card. The Sun card is upright, there's positivity. The Fool is upright, there's change. Yeah, because you're basically saying that you're telling the truth, you want positivity, you want things to happen all at once. That's how it goes. So you might be dealing with another Leo as a fire sign, or you might be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It all depends on your point of view, but that's how it goes. So when the Hangman is upright, you have restrictions, Scorpio. When you have restrictions, you're being restricted. You can't do this, you can't do that. That's how it goes. But if you feel like everything's going to be into a different perspective, a different way, that's how it goes. So it's like you're saying, well, this is how it is because I'm trying to not accept it, right? let's say about this Hangman here. The Taurus over there's transformation. Yeah, everything's changing, right? So it's like, well, everything's transforming. That's how it goes. So what's this tarot card about? The Devil's over there's obsessions, addictions. Yeah, because you think that everything, that nobody doesn't care about you, Scorpio. Well, everyone does. But when you're saying negative words, or when something that's drawn to you, it's like you think that, well, this is not going to be happening. No, it's not. So let's see what's going on for this World card for you, Scorpio. So let's see what this World card. The Moon is right, there's mismutations. The Emperor is right, there's structure. Okay, what's the opposite? The Chariot of Yours, there's no progress. Righteous Yours, there's no skill. Star of Yours, there's no inspiration. The 2 Wands over there's planning. Yeah, because that's how it goes. So you might be dealing with another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in that way, because things are going to be into that perspective. That's what you can do. What's between the Sun card and this Fool card? Okay, so you have the 6 of Swords reversed, there's no movement. 10 of Swords reversed, there's no conclusions. 4 of Wands reversed, there's no celebration. 10 of Wands reversed, there's no burdens. 7 of Swords reversed, there's feeling deceit. The Empress is upright, there's nourishment. Yeah, because that's how it goes. So it's like everything seems to be fun, everything seems to be good, but then it's like, no, it's not. Right? So there's something that's bothering you because you can't face it. It's like, you need to understand whether you need to like it or not, but this is how it goes. You're not playing games. And whenever you do it, that's how it goes. It's like, well, this is not going to happen. No, it's not. Because that's the way it works. It's like, you think that everything's fine, but it's like, well, it's not. That's how it goes. It's like, you need to do it. In theory, that's how it's based on that. What's this Devil card about? The Fool is upright, there's change. Yeah, because things are changing. Right? And that's how it goes, right? So it's like people are going to change, your age is going to change, everything else is changing, right? Your body changes, everything else. So in my own interpretations of knowing what to do, whether if you're playing on something, if you act like everything seems to be fine, that's how it goes. Because you need to understand whether you like it or not, but that's how it goes. It's like, that's what it seems to be. So let me go from the left side, the middle, and the right. So sorry, there's movement. Alright, what's in the middle? The 5 of Cups here says no grief. And 8 Pentacles, alright, there's perfection. Alright, so what's this 6 of Swords about? For Wands here, there's no celebration. Empress, alright, there's nourishment. Ace Wands, alright, there's new beginnings. That's how it goes, right? So you focus about having those new beginnings, focus about what you're doing. That's how it goes in that way. It's like everything's going to be great, but that's how it goes. Everything is not grand, but if it was, you understand of how it goes in that way. What's this 5 of Cups? It's a Cups here, it says unsatisfaction. Page of Swords, there's education. Queen of Swords, there's independence. Yeah, because you want to do things on your own. That's how it goes. When you show your independence, you want to do things on your own. You don't want somebody to tell you what to do because, let's face it. Yes, I know that when a person tells you what to do, Scorpio, you hate that. Right? It's like someone's actually telling you what to do and you don't like it. Well, if you show your independence and you do things by yourself, let them be, Let of your own interesting way about knowing what to do, because that's how it goes. You have to focus and you have to show your own independence. That's what you can do because you focus on that. What's this 8 Pentacles about? The 5 Wands here says no chaos. 2 Swords here, you already know which path you're going to take. Just so you're telling the truth. Yeah, because that's how it goes. So like things are going to be going as planned because that's how it goes. Because you understand of how it seems to be. So you know what's going on. Because when you think about it, that's how it goes. So what's in the middle of the situation? High Priestess here says no inner voice. 9 Cups here says no fulfillment. Queen Cups over there's empathy. Yeah, because there's 2 sides of the story here. One makes sense, one doesn't make sense. But you decide. You decide about what's going to be happening in that way, whether you focus on the here and now of the situation, right? That's how it goes, right? So you have to pay attention on how you're feeling, because in that way you have to focus on the here and now of this whole entire equation, right? That's how it goes. And you have to believe that you have to focus about your own truth and nothing else about the truth, right? So if you show your independence, you show your independence. It's like that's how it goes. So you have to read between the lines. You have to focus on your own dignity, your self-respect, your abilities. That's how it goes, right? So you have to focus about showing your own peace of mind. You have to show about your own empathy, because there's two sides to the story here. One makes sense, one doesn't make sense, right? But you decide. You understand what's going on, because that's how it goes, right? It's like the way how it works, right? So, for example, if you are doing like a math equation, and let's say the math was 5 plus 5 is 10, well, 5 plus 5 is no longer 9, it's 10, you know what I mean, right? So you understand that whether you focus on that, you focus about, how you're going to be feeling in the next, from 10 to, from the feeling that you are, starting from 1 to 10, how does it to make you feel, right? That's how it goes, right? But the way how this is, Scorpio, you pay attention on how you're feeling in that way. It's like you need to focus on that. You need to focus about the here and now of the situation, because if you show your independence and you understand that, this is the way how it goes, and you have to believe it. That's the way it seems to be, and when you do it, that's how it goes. So you have to understand it, and you have to believe that you have your own rules to understand that, and you have to based on that, right? How you're feeling, right? So this is how it goes, but you understand what it seems to be, and that's the way how it goes, and that's the way it happens. So I hope you all like this video. Please give a like, please give a comment if you want, but that's how it goes in that way, and you have to understand that. So you have to understand, and this is how it goes. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.